Hey guys, I have another candle review today, and this time around it's on the 14.5 ounce 3-wick Home Sweet Caramel Comfort Candle from Bath and Body Works. It's part of the upcoming Happy Home collection that I think it's gonna release very nice with the Love and Sunshine floor set and everything. It's either February 9th or February 10th that everything is coming to the store. A lot of these candles and wallflowers are already online, but I went ahead and got this one a little early. And the notes on Home Sweet Caramel Comfort read, a comforting new blend of warm caramel, vanilla bean, and juicy pear puts a soothing new spin on Home Sweet Home. And so if you watched my haul video earlier, I already briefly sort of reviewed this and I smelled it. And I made a few comparisons to like Summer Boardwalk and Holiday Apple Crisp slash American Boardwalk. In the sense it has that sort of like apple caramel blend in it, but it definitely was not that. And then I concluded that it was basically caramel apple, which was a scent that they released a while back. And the notes on caramel apple read golden apple, brown sugar, creamy caramel are blended with anjou pear, nutmeg, and vanilla cream. So as you can see, the caramel apple one does have the pear in it as well as the vanilla and the caramel. And it is indeed very similar to caramel apple. But then I got a different scent every day I burned it. So just speaking purely on scent right now, the first day I burned it, I definitely got something very similar to caramel apple. I know a lot of times I've even like seen it like within notes myself from when they package one to repackage another. Bath and Body Works often likes to switch pear and apple, and it's very interchangeable as a note for them. So like the fact that the Home Sweet Caramel Comfort says pear on it does not necessarily mean that it doesn't have apple in it. Do you see what I'm saying? So basically, they like to switch out pear and apple anyway, so I'm sort of convinced that it might not necessarily be a pear, but it might be actually an apple. Maybe they decided not to put apple on the label because, you know, people get sick of apple scents or thought pear would be like switching it up. But I still get mostly an apple and caramel and vanilla scent. It's basically like the caramel apple candle minus the nutmeg. It's less appley, but the apple is still there. And that's pretty much what it is. It just makes caramel apple a little less apple and way more vanilla and way more cream in it. And that's what basically Home Sweet Caramel Comfort is. And that was basically on the first day. Then on the second day, what I got this really, it was less caramel and more like sugared apple. It actually smelled very, very, very similar to Yankee Candle sugared apple candle, which I've owned in the past before. And that is an excellent scent. It's like an all year round apple. There's like sort of like a confectionery, borderline body care apple scent, and it's really nice. It's just this really sugary apple, and that's what I got on the second day. And then weirdly enough, on the third day, which is what it is right now in this video, I'm getting more of a warm vanilla sugar, the body care from Bath and Body Works kind of scent, where it's like corrugated cardboard and then someone sprinkled like sugar that was sort of burning or toasting in the oven and called it a day. And that's what warm vanilla sugar smells to me. It's really weird. It's like this borderline unscented. It just smells like paper or like cardboard, and then someone just sprinkled sugar on it. And that is what I get from warm vanilla sugar. And warm vanilla sugar, I believe, is also out in a candle form as well, which I've never actually owned. But that's what I'm smelling on it on the third day burn. So I've just been getting a lot of stuff all over the place. But basically, I think it's still the closest to caramel apple, just not as intense, not as appley. So if you enjoyed caramel apple, or even the sugared apple from Yankee Candle, or warm vanilla sugar from Bath and Body Works, then this is definitely up your alley. It's just a very nice sort of apple and vanilla, and it's not so caramely in the sense that like pumpkin caramel latte or cinnamon caramel swirl is, but it just sort of adds that, it's slightly detectable where it just adds sort of that creamy, sort of comforting smell that you get from some of these bakery scents. So that's pretty much what the scent smelled like to me. It's a nice scent, but I'll get into the negative here real soon. So now I'm going to go into performance and throw and everything. So the first day, it burned for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours maybe. Burned flawless, high flames, perfection, nice even wax pool, and the smell was just, it was awesome. It smelled like a creamier caramel apple, and it just like permeated the whole house, and it was a great scent. And then so we go on to day 2, and the burn is still good. There was mushroom tops on it, so I just snipped just the very top of the wick on that to get rid of the mushroom top, and then burned fine, and it was good. That went for about 6 hours. And then I noticed on that 6th hour, it was starting to dud out. The flames were getting really small and nubby, and the wax pool wasn't getting any deeper. So obviously I extinguished that. On the 2nd day is when I got that sugared apple smell, which was quite nice, and I liked it. I was like, okay, get into this. Like, I don't really buy Yankee Candle, but I like sugared apple. So if Bath and Body Works has a dupe of that, then sure, why not? And then on the 3rd day, which is what you see here, it just disaster hit. Like, I lit it. This has been going for 4 hours, is what you see in the video right now on the 3rd day, and I'll show you a top view right here. As you can see, that one flame is just like nubbing out like crazy. It's barely staying lit. It's just like dying and holding on to its dear life. And the side of the wax pool is not melted completely, and this is on a 4-hour burn, so it was just, it's awful. And that's why now it sort of smells like warm vanilla sugar, and that sort of burnt cardboard and sugar smell, it like lost all the appeal of the supposedly juicy pear slash apple, and it's just like this, you know, aimlessly burning sugary cardboard warm vanilla sugar mess where you really can't smell anything, and when you do smell something, it just smells like burnt sugar. And that's what the frosted cupcake candle I've had in the past do that a lot as well, and it just smells like, you know, burnt sugar cookies, and it's just like disastrous. So the performance is just awful right now, which sucks because it was so promising in the beginning. I was really liking this scent. Yeah, it was repackaged with a twist, but it was a nice twist, and I could, you know, stand to have another caramel apple with a twist in my collection. But now that the performance is so horrible, I just can't. It's like, what do I do from here? I'm probably gonna have to do my cotton ball trick on it and soak up all that nasty, and you can't even tell in the video, but like half of it now is that grayish burnt icky wax color, and especially when it gets like dried down you can really see it, but it's that burnt icky wax that's just been like sitting there and turns brown and gray, and it's just all kinds of nasty now, and the wicks are just completely nubbed out. And so unless you like do some massive cotton ball and foiling trick on this, I don't see how this is gonna like redeem itself. And that's pretty much it on this candle. Maybe hopefully when it does make a mass release, you might get a candle from a better batch. And if you do find a candle that performs well past the 3rd day, then it's a nice candle. And I would probably recommend it if you like those kind of bakery, apple, caramel, vanilla mixtured scents. It's still a nice scent nonetheless, had the performance not faltered. But since the performance has faltered, I mean, this candle's useless to me now, which sucks, but that's pretty much it. And let me know what you think of this candle, or if you owned caramel apple in the past. And when people do start getting this candle, I want to I'm curious as to whether or not people also made that caramel apple comparison, but we'll see. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.